Favorite dude on anti-hero?
Hewitt.
Nosey knows lip lines?
Yeah. That's cool.
What do you got? Tell me something about it.
There's too many people here. Too many people. Come back at night. Nosey shuffle.
Down here at Petro del Sol Skate Park in San Francisco, I'm Schmitty and this is Talkin Schmit. Today on the episode, it's episode number 90. We got the mayor, kids. It's James Kelch. Good one for you. Before we start though, I gotta fucking pay a little tribute to this guy right here, Mark Dillard, aka Nosey. Woke up Saturday morning after, Friday night was pretty hard for the whole country. Here in the RGB news, she passed, but she lived 87 years. This guy was 22. They took him way too soon. I don't know, my heart sunk. That hit me pretty hard Saturday morning, and definitely was sad. Still am, but like Saturday was, whew. I know all you out there that knew him. I was getting text messages from lots of people like concerned, like what happened? Fuck, way too soon. What a rad kid. Always fucking hyped. Man, he was always at the skate park when I would show up and he'd rush right over and give me a proper hello. And, you know, he loved to hear stories and ask questions. Just seeing him grow up since he was 13, 9 years, you know. Anyhow, this episode is obviously dedicated to Nosey. And kids out there, stay the fuck up. Do what you're gonna do, but do it properly, man. Let's not fucking die. 2020 sucks, straight up. But we can avoid it and we can fucking work through this. So come on, all. We need you. Let's rally together and fucking share some love.
Hello, this is James Kelch, and you're listening to Talkin Schmit.
It's cool, like tonight is the night.
Here we go again.
Just give it the old college try right now.
Big dog's in.
Schmitty.
96 times, Schmitty.
Thanks, Schmitty.
We on? Schmitty?
Talkin Schmit. That's called go to the hospital, bitch.
I'd be shitting my pants.
Your Rolodex is fucking deep.
It's about the one.
Who's this guy thinks he's tough shit?
What's up?
We're tastemakers.
Come on, Schmitty, what the fuck?
Let's hear it for Greg Swift. Yeah! All right, guys, if you got your headset on or you're in front of a computer, either way, put aside the next hour. You're not going to want to hit pause. We got a fucking legend on the show today. I'm really hyped to finally catch up with James Kelch out in Cincinnati. How you doing, James?
I'm doing good, man. Just relaxing. Using my reading glasses. I don't even have real glasses yet. I'll go get them soon.
I just got new ones like a week ago.
Yeah, I might as well leave these on, right? I can't see shit.
You got the silver and black going, huh?
Yeah, that's my window cover for when I play video games and the sun's shining.
Okay.
So even myself out here?
Yeah, I think you're looking good, man. Going on.
Saw a picture of San Francisco today and Blade Runner 2049. They put all the photos next to each other. It looked exactly the fucking same.
Yeah. I know. And people have way too much time on their hands, so they can do all these crazy Photoshops and all that shit. Like, it's time. It's
That's
just,
all we got right now.
yeah.
Sure. Oh yeah, who's doing that layback run right there?
Phil Shaw.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm blind. I can't see.
No, it's all good. Somebody just sent me that photo framed. It's a Tobin photo, and I guess I mentioned it or something, and then somebody fucking got it for me. I was so hyped.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How's Cincinnati treating you?
Oh, I like it. It's mellow.
Yeah?
It's a little bit backwards, but, mellow. Yeah, I dig it.
Sick.
Yeah, there's not much happening out here.
Were you born there?
I was, yeah.
In Cincinnati?
Yes, sir. Well, not in the city. Right outside the city in a place called Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then how long were you there till you moved out to SF?
I was a military brat. I never really lived here as a kid. Was born here, then Mississippi, then England, then Germany, then Austria, then Louisiana, then San Francisco.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was wild. Every few years, you would get transferred to a new base. So you would just back up and move on.
Where was the city that you discovered skateboarding?
San Francisco.
Oh, really? How old were you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. 15.
Okay.
Almost 16. Yep.
What part of Mississippi were you in?
I don't know. I do remember what part of Louisiana, though. I was really little in Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lived in Shreveport, Louisiana. Boulder City.
Sick. We, on Skate Rock, we got kicked out of Mississippi. We had to fucking leave the state.
A little too wild for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Next stop, Louisiana.
Yeah. They'll let you slide a little bit more.
Hey, before we start, I was wondering, did you see that Destroy My Face supposed artwork thing that the guy did in a skate park back in Holland? It was on Instagram this week, and
I did not.
Dude, it did not go over well. It's like all these photos of girls' faces like blown up on the floor of the skate park. And the idea is to just skate it until the faces are removed. And it's called Destroy My Face. I don't know if those guys were in tune with feminism out there, but it did not.
I guess
fly.
not. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they weren't.
Yeah, it's
man.
It backfired quick.
Good.
So, all right, let's get into it. Cincinnati, real quick, since we're fucking looking at your Raiders backdrop and your Raiders jersey, how are you not a Bengals fan?
I mean, I don't hate on them. Like I said, I didn't really live here.
Okay.
My first experience with football was as a very young child, like 6, 7 years old. It was Tampa Bay Buccaneers' first year in the season. I lived in Europe, and my father sat me down because we played football out back, and he was like, all right, these are the Raiders, drunk, beards, rude. This is the new team, popsicle orange. We like them. We're going to root for them. And I picked the Raiders. And didn't even know much about football, and the Raiders just became part of me. My whole entire life, I like the Raiders.
So that was before you even moved to the Bay Area.
I didn't even know where Oakland was. I didn't even know where California was at. Yeah.
Was it Kenny Stabler? Do you remember the team?
Yeah, I think he was
Plunkett?
Still there, man.
It could have been Plunkett.
Plunkett came later when I was like 13.
Okay.
No, from 10. He came in when I was like 11, Plunkett.
So it was the
then
snake.
Then they got the Super Bowl when I was 13.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, Plunkett played for the Patriots and then the Niners. And then he came over to us as like just an old bum guy.
Yeah, on his way out.
Our guy got broke. He came in off the bench. We went on and won the Super Bowl. Then they benched him again 2 years later, 83. Guy got broke, came off the bench, and won us another Super Bowl.
Who's sickest Raider of all time? Who's your favorite?
Favorite Raider? Maybe probably Plunkett.
Plunkett.
Yeah.
I'm going Lester the Molester.
Or Cat. I love Lester and the Stickum, man. My favorite.
Yeah.
You know, he's second in the record books with 13 picks in a season, right?
Yep.
But 2 of them were called back on penalties on the defensive line, and he had 3 in the postseason. So, just to say, Lester has the most INTs in a year.
And the intimidation factor was insane with like the fucking stickum just dripping off his gloves. And
He would put gobs of it on the inside of his ankles.
yeah.
And as it wore off during the game, he would just get more. I seen him intercept a pass with his shoulder pad once. You can find it on YouTube.
How sick. Did you get into baseball too or not as much?
Not as much, but yeah, I totally like baseball.
Who's your
I'm
go-to?
a Reds, Giants, A's.
Oh, okay.
That's my childhood shit. Yeah, I was always a Reds fan because, of course, I was born here. But then moved to the Bay Area, lived on Treasure Island, so I was in the middle. And we would always go to – I went to more A's games as a kid, but more Giants games as an adult.
Fun fact about Ohio. True or false, the boneless was invented out there?
From what I hear, yes.
Yeah.
From what I hear, yeah, the GSD guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dio's Banks. I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you if it for real or not. But yeah, I've been told that for most of my life.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about 15 years old. You moved to San Francisco?
Yes.
What part of the city?
I moved to Treasure Island.
Treasure
Middle of the
Island.
city. Yeah, out there on the bay.
Okay.
It was a Navy base. My stepfather was he was a master chief in the Navy.
Is that where you lived the whole time?
Yeah, until my parents moved. Yep. From 85 to 90, I'm thinking.
90s?
No. Whenever I was turning 18, because they moved out there and I came with them. And then my 18th birthday was coming. And I remember telling my mom, like, I just want to go. That's what I want for my birthday is a ticket back to San Francisco. So I can skateboard.
So how did the skateboarding thing all happen? Like you saw somebody, you saw it in a magazine, a movie, what?
No, the first time I saw skateboarding, I was a BMX guy. I mean, my memory comes and goes. I'm 50 now. But
Same.
I think it was Don's in a BMX Plus magazine.
No way.
Yes, I'm sure we could look this shit up on the internet and make sure if I'm telling the truth here or not.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it was Don's. BMX Plus mag was my first introduction to skateboarding. But then when we moved to Treasure Island, I saw some kids skating. And they had a little crew and girls smoking cigarettes. You know, they were having fun. I was on my bike like, all right, I kind of like that. And my friend said he had skateboards and he let me borrow one of his and we started skating around. He had Caballeros, a couple of them.
Was there a bus that went out there that would bring you into the city?
AC Transit? Yeah, the number 7 or whatever the fuck. No, 49. I don't remember. Fuck. But yeah, AC Transit.
So
It ran until 1 in the morning.
Oh my God. So you see Gons in the magazine and then some kids around the island and you start fucking around on the board and like pretty much that becomes your new passion.
Yes, basically, yeah. I as soon as I got that board, I didn't even have my own board yet. It was mostly his board for not too long, a few months or so. So I talked my parents into getting one. But yeah, that's all I cared about once I stepped on it. Everything else is just waste of time.
Right.
School, everything. Like, just fuck off. Yeah. So I had decided what I was going to do with the rest of my life because it wasn't going to be the standard. I'd given up on that as a young child. But yeah, as soon as I got on that skateboard, that was it.
Okay. Was there some early shit that you remember, like an early spot that you would go to that you looked at skateboarding wise, or like people that were ripping in the city or anything that like?
I knew nothing of it. I was on Treasure Island skating, and basically, because you guys know what Treasure Island is now, it was a skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's banks and fucking all curbs painted, the barracks, the whole shit everywhere. So I just skated there. We'd get magazines, Thrasher and stuff, and Trans World, and just look in there. And then I started realizing, like, oh, there's professional skateboarders. Listen to this dumbass story. I go to a mall with my parents. I go into a sports store in the mall, and they're selling skateboards, and they had boards on the wall. And I remember looking at this board. It had railroad tracks on it, Snake. And I get back to school, and I tell my friends, I'm like, man, I saw the best board ever. It's called the Nail Bender. And then they were like, bro, you're a kook and shit. That's Neil Blender. And I was like, oh, for real? Like, and then that's when I started realizing there's pros. Then I started seeing Tommy, and it saying that he skated in San Francisco. So I started like, damn, there's professional skateboarders right across the bay over there. And the first spot I ever saw was in Embarcadero.
Was it?
Yeah, I took a bus to the terminal, AC Transit Terminal. I forget what they called that terminal right there down on Mission. And asked these kids where people skateboard at, and they said right down here at this plaza. I went straight down to the plaza. Never left. So yeah.
Were there some people that you met like early on that continued to skate along the way, or did you kind of just meet people and then like as your levels progressed you met new people, or how did it work?
Yeah, just most of the people I met skateboarding. Well, my first skateboard friend was Ron. This is just a guy named Ron Matuska. And I skated him for a long time until his mother caught him smoking weed and sent him off to rehab. And I didn't really see him after that. And then when I did see him, though, he said he was like a fisherman or something. Kind of, I think they had him on drugs or pills or some shit. Oh, okay. But most of my friends were just, I'd be at school, Trail Hill Middle School or Galileo High School. Kids would see me with a skateboard. We'd become friends. We'd all just start going to Embarcadero. They would start coming down more. Other people were coming around. We started like staying there. And it was just mostly those guys. Some grew out of it. Some stayed in it. But it was always just mostly the people that were from around downtown.
What was Embarcadero like in the earliest stages? Was that area like pretty congested with shoppers and stuff, or was it?
Like it was for the most part always. Yeah, it was the business people having lunch, shoppers, tourists. They set up volleyball tents, just use it for what it was designed for. Mm-hmm. Not skateboarding. Yeah, it was always like that. Then we would just move out of the way until we kind of took it over, and they didn't even do much there for a long time. Wasn't all that. They used to have ice skating rinks there. They'd bring in fake snow. And then it all stopped. And then they got mad at us, and then it all kind of started back.
Okay. Yeah, now they got it going.
What the lull was. I know it wasn't because of us, but just not much was going on. U2 came and did a concert one time.
Who's that?
U2. Got arrested. He was spray painting on the fucking fountain. Got arrested and shit.
Oh, sick. I forgot about that. I do remember seeing that. When was it like, oh, shit, I'm good?
First time someone said something to me about they thought I might be a good skateboarder was an accident trick. I was just doing ollie the tails on curbs and stuff.
Right.
Foot come off a little bit. Front foot.
Yep.
1 foot to tail. They were raging. I was just like, yeah, whatever. They were
the Madolly.
That was unbelievable.
Right.
Like, what? Yeah, but not really. It was mostly a little after that, like just ollieing over shit. Because when people were like, damn, you got good snap. And I didn't know if I had good snap or not. And I was just like, yeah. And they were like, yeah, no, we can't ollie that shit. And I rode bikes for a long time. I got strong legs. Not that big a deal. I can't do all that other shit. I can't even skate a fucking ramp. They're like, it doesn't matter. Just ollie. I would just go around and ollie all day, do flat ground grabs. Just ollie and grab the board. Melons, mutes,
Right. Mm-hmm. Was there any videos back then that you were watching?
PAL videos?
PAL, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Those are mostly the ones. PAL, when they would go to Thrashmore, whatever the hell it was called. I can't remember.
Okay.
The redneck guy talking about a possum or something. Those videos, yeah. Those are the ones. Just watch them over and over and over. Lance and Tommy and all them dudes.
Right.
Talk about Slam have its own video.
Yeah.
Gaunt and shit.
Yeah. That's kind of like one of the main ones that like street skating kind of all those dudes ended up being in that contest, and it was like, holy shit, everyone's here. Yeah. I think
Christian was in there, right?
Yeah, Christian.
Unless I'm mixing some of these old ones up. Yeah.
No, it was everybody dressing, Nodis, Gaunt.
Nodis, Gaunt, Christian.
Tommy.
Neil Blender?
Blender was there, yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah.
That was, I remember that one just in the VCR all day.
Yeah.
How soon, did you have an understanding of who Tommy was? Was he kind of like an idol before you got to meet him?
Yes. When I first started seeing who he was, it was still all that just getting to know what all this was about. And I knew he was in the magazine, of course. Mm-hmm. Had sponsors because, Fog Town or whatever. I don't remember what the ads were.
Yeah.
And pushing up. Remember the one where he pushes up the wall with his foot on the ground and pushes it up?
Yep.
Yeah. I knew shit was going down, but I hadn't quite known. But as just going to the city, going to school, meeting people, they would explain shit to you, and you would figure it out. And then once you like seen them, seen the videos, and you're like, oh, dude, that's the streetscape. Like, yeah, Tommy was the everything. Yeah.
What school did you go to?
Trail Hill Middle School and Galileo High School.
Oh shit, that Galileo's where OJ went, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
That's the homie.
How sick. What were you in school with anybody that later turned into be like, oh, I went to school with Javante or somebody?
No, I didn't go to school with Javante. He went to Wash or some other shit. No, I went to school with a guy named Scott. No, you know who I did go to school with, though, is Joey Trichet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was this continuation school where you go one day a week and they give you a week's worth of homework. And you do it all, come back next Wednesday, turn it in, take a test, get your next week's work, and then you could just knock out the shit you missed from cutting school and graduate. And that's where I met him. We graduated on the same stage.
No
Independent
way.
Studies, it was called.
How sick.
Yeah, I went because my mom asked me to, so, I obliged.
So what's the first thing you get for free?
Jim Thiebaud, Santa Monica Wheels.
Really?
Yeah.
SMA.
I barely even knew this dude. He was sitting on the stage, and he asked me if I wanted them because mine were fucked up. And I said yes. And I took them.
And did that lead into anything else, or did...
Not right then, no. That was just him giving the kids some wheels he saw that needed them, like he still does to this day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Always Jim's giving. Well, what's your first, like, flow or sponsor or something?
Just gotta make sure. Dogtown.
It was Dogtown?
It was Dogtown, Indy, Spitfire.
Okay. Dogtown when it was in SF, like...
Yes. It was San Francisco. Wasn't there long, even. Fausto, Red Dog, and some other people came to Embarcadero with, I don't know what they were doing, a demo or something. They had kids with them skating. And I'm not even going to tell the story correctly because it's just rude. But I'm skating. There's a dude watching me. I asked someone, like, what's up with this guy? And then they were like, bro, that's fucking Fausto, the guy, Thrasher, Indy, all that shit. And I was like, oh, it was Greg Carroll telling me this, actually.
Oh, shit.
And then I was like, oh, all right. And he's like, just, and I was like, well, hold on. Yeah. Skated, made sure I skated right where that guy was standing the entire fucking time. Everywhere he went, I went over there. And then at the end, him and Red Dog, and I don't remember who else might have been with him. You know who was fucking with him? It was the hand plant guy from Embarcadero back in the day. Everyone hated him. Oh. The hand plant guy. Fuck, rode for Indy and all that. Oh, see, it's a lame story because I can't even remember his damn name, man. Short shorts, look like a surfer.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't get it. But anyway, he hated me. And after they gave me some stuff right there on the spot and left, he came up to me and he said, if you or your friends ever steal any skateboards again, you're fucking done. And I was like, no one steals skateboards. That is all rumors. All rumors. It was ridiculous.
That was Dogtown that you were getting at that time?
Yep, Dogtown, yeah.
Okay.
Right when they were going to, Chris Markovich had started coming around and he was part of their getting on them.
Because it was out of like Deluxe at the time, right? Or it was out of SF.
I think it was. It was NSF near Deluxe out there where all the little places were at that time. And it was just off in this, you know how they have those parking lots and just office buildings, little setups that they built?
Yeah.
It was in one of those things.
Okay.
It was little.
And then did you get some other shit going between that and Real, or was it straight from there to Real?
I mean, I was getting some stuff from 8th Street at one point for a little while. Ternowski was my buddy and was hooking me up. Carol says I never skated for him, so I didn't. But me and Mike were friends, and Mike would plug me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he plugged me good.
And Hocus Pocus, right?
Yeah. I did get in. I was more than stoked, man.
Mesa
If you want to put that video in, I would just straight fast forward it. And I was like, there you go. That's all you need to do.
Hocus Pocus. Yeah, Mesa said to ask you what shoes you were wearing.
Snakeskin Lotto's Velcro strap. I can. I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah, I remember all my shoes, man. All my shoes.
Yeah, Mesa said it was a big deal for him. Like you were one of the first guys that kind of like when he was young and hanging out, like you filmed some stuff with him, and that kind of opened a lot of meeting up with other people. So
Yeah, he told me that once. I was stoked. To hear it. Yeah, I didn't know how it all worked out. I was like all over the place. I was nice to every single person I would meet. Aaron, I had no clue who this dude was. Always nice when I seen him. We would always say hi to each other. I knew he had a camera. He's filming the other dudes. So then eventually he was around so much, I was just like, hey, I kind of want to try to get sponsors. You want to film some shit of me? And he was like, yeah, man.
right.
Like, yeah.
Who came up with the term T-Dog?
Not quite sure. I'm just going to go ahead and say Jake Vogel.
Jake Vogel. That's what I've heard too.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jake Vogel.
And that took off.
Well, it all came from his, I won't get too far into it, but yeah, Jake.
Well, do you remember, can we point out some T-Dogs that came through? Is there any T-Dog moments that we can talk about?
Wow, I mean, there's a lot of them. Some of them even had names and shit. But, yeah, there's lots of T-Dogs that come through. At first, they were just called dogs. Like anyone, I don't know. You know how city kids are rude. You came through and you're from the woods and you were doing ho-hos and all that shit looking like you were on speed.
Right.
You were a dog. Yeah, you're a dog. You know? And then, to unpolitically correct, the T is for tard. For some kids, we just call it like, that's fucking tard over there. And then they merged together into one super form of kook, and I was a tard dog.
That lasted for a while.
I see random say T-Dog that don't even skate like on online shit. I'm like, what the fuck? They probably just came up with the shit on their own. It probably has nothing to do with skateboarding.
Right. Who were some of like the earliest locals that ripped that EMB? Like when you first started getting down there, was Karl and those guys already there or not yet?
I mean, they might have been there before, but they weren't there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I remember when they first came down. But the main guys that were always down there, well, there was a crew down there called the THK crew. And they skated, but they were mostly taggers and fighters, surfers, drinkers, slappy and good.
Okay.
Some of them are actually pretty good at skateboarding. But the main local crew that was always the main guys was Scott Thompson, Jake Vogel, Shelby Woods. Ibaceta was always down there. Danny Sargent was always down there. But Danny was more one of those guys like, he would tell us we were cooks for not leaving the spot.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, bro, we leave the spot, man, but we're going to stay here 90% of the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So how did you who came up with calling you the mayor?
I don't know. It just randomly started happening.
Really?
I don't have a clue who came up with that shit.
Huh.
No idea.
How did you feel about it?
I wasn't mad. I was just like, yeah, whatever. My spot. You know
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I know where other nicknames came from, but not the mayor.
Not the mayor, huh? Was it true that you guys got some machine guns pulled on you one time?
Yes.
Really?
I say machine guns. Other people, I thought it was a fucking Uzi, which is an automatic weapon, machine gun to me. But yeah, some I don't know who it was, but some limos went by. We threw bottles at them, and later they came back, and it was these Asians. They for sure had their fucking shit, talking a lot of shit to us, and we just explained to them that we were just a bunch of dummies and whatnots, and we're sorry for whoever did it, and please don't, like, everything's fine. Like, don't fucking kill us and shit. Yeah. Out there, that Chinese mafia and the Asian mafia, that shit's real. Like, when you see those fuckers driving around in black cars with their little shoulder pads on, underneath their clothes, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not just the movies. Like, that shit is seriously deep. You don't want to fuck with none of those people.
It's like Hua Chang or
no, yeah, real shit. San Francisco style. Like, I never really tripped off it until like, you see them and you're like, oh, don't not fuck with those people.
Right.
Yeah. And not just them, like all that shit you see on TV is embedded in that damn city. Yeah. All the movies are from there.
Yep.
Yeah, all that mafia gangster shit. It's fucking insane. The skaters thought they were sick, but when it came down to the real shit, they weren't sick.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
just
No, we don't want none of that. Nah.
So when did the real stuff happen? How did that work out? Did you make a sponsor me tape?
No, not for real. No. My story is like Jim had been seeing me skate for a while.
Right.
But Jim loved Javante most. Well, who wouldn't? He's the best. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'd seen Jim and them forever. I didn't know what they thought about me. I was getting Spitfires. What trucks did I get? Mostly Indy at that point until they switched us all. A lot of us got switched to Venture without them even telling us. When Venture was trying to do its big push, the box came with the check and the trucks, and it wasn't Indy no more. The Venture shit showed up like, oh, okay. Call them like, nope, you're on Venture now. But that was off subject. I even forgot what we were talking about.
No, getting on real. You said Jim kind of already had seen you.
Yeah, I've been skating around. I'd seen those guys many a time. I even got like some real boards from people who had them, like the the logo board had an old school shape to it. But the main thing, the reason I think it happened is it wasn't coincidences. It was Jim, Javante, Jason Lee, some other folks were at Black Marble. And me and Jake and a few of the homies were coming from whatever the fuck we were doing, something stupid probably. But we were coming down Market, seen them, and I just jumped in there. And it was that night or the next night I got the call at Jake Vogel's house from Jim. And so I always said it was that. Like he might have had it on his mind, I don't know. And I'm sure it wasn't that he then ever saw me skate before ever, and that was the only time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it just seemed like, I don't know. I seen him that day, skated in front of him, and it was like that night or the next day he gave a call.
Okay. And then did you go on like a trip soon after that? Like, did you have to get in the van and kind of mesh with the crew?
I don't know how far we went. I knew most of the dummies from around the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew everybody already. Yeah.
Who was it? It was Coco and Tommy and...
It was Coco, Tommy, Jim, Solomon.
Sluggo.
So that's what I was going to say, Buff Burnt guy, Slugs.
Yeah. San Jose guy, Mandoli.
Yeah, Sean Mandoli.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was on then, though.
Okay.
Maybe. And even Sharal.
Oh.
He might have been on then as one of the little kids, but I'm not sure.
Right. Sick. Damn.
Sharon Wilson. But the first trip was probably just down to Santa Barbara or wherever to go skate the Powell Warehouse. Picked up Sharon, had a bunch of other people in the van. Went down there and skated that Powell spot.
Were you AM for a while before you went pro? Like how long were you?
Too long. I don't know. The board came out pretty quick.
It did, right?
It works. Yeah, as soon as they spoke to me, they're like, we're making you the board. Yeah.
And were you in the process of like designing the graphic and stuff?
No, they just told me to try to think of something. That first graphic, Jeff came up with the flower one because I guess there's a foreign band called James, and they had a little album with those flowers, and I always told him I liked Dawn's flowers and I like those bathtub tiles. And then he found that album and just used basically the album.
Who's that, Jeff Clint?
Yes.
Oh, yep. Sick. Okay.
Yeah, Jeff. But as far as the flyer, I was going to an amusement park with Justin Gerard's girlfriend and some other people. She was taking us, and we were driving by the airport, and that was a Delta Airlines We Left to Fly billboard. Of course, we changed a little bit, but it was a kid in a field. And we love to fly kind of deal. Got out of there. And I called him on the way there and was like, yo, I found the graphic, dude. Go to the airport. It's a big-ass Delta sign. And I don't know who they sent out there to get it, but someone got it. Next thing you know, bam, there was the graphic.
Oh, cool. That's a Brooke, Justin's girlfriend. Yeah, she's with my friend Zarosh now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She's a nice girl.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, Brooke's dope.
Wow. Okay, and so Hubba Hideout, is it already established, or has that become kind of like the local spot to drink a beer and duck out and smoke some weed?
That was the hideout. Yeah, that was to sneak off and do what's needed to do up there. We didn't skate it. No.
Did you kind of come up with the name for it?
Me or Jake? Yeah.
Okay. You and Jake were hanging tough, right?
Yeah. I lived in his house. I didn't have nowhere else to go.
Oh.
I was a bum. I slept outside a lot.
Oh, damn.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, I didn't have a house for a long time. When I moved back from my parents, I had nothing. I just moved there at 18, stayed at Scott's house for a while. You know, yeah, he's there with his parents and shit, a little bit richer. It got weird. Not weird, like I didn't ever say anything to me. I just felt bad being there for like a month and a half. I was like, I can't get the hell out of here. So I got out of there, stayed at Jake's when I could. But then I like staying out real late, drinking and doing other stuff, like just whatever. And then finally, Jeff Clint got an apartment and moved a bunch of us in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, down in the Haight Street area.
Sick. What's up with Jeff Clint? I didn't know him too much. What can you say
I don't know,
about
him? I liked him a lot, but it's weird to me, like what everything happened. Like I would live with him and go out with him and do all the shit, and it was almost like he was living two different lives.
Right.
Yeah, a life that we didn't see, that I didn't see anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about him. Like I knew he was in a band and playing, but I didn't know much. Yeah.
But you lived with him for a while, right?
And man, his girlfriend for a while, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. So.
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't even know, like, nothing.
Huh.
Yeah.
What were some tips? Where would you sleep? Like, if you had to sleep on the streets, would you go to the park?
Embarcadero, mostly Embarcadero, Hubba Hideout. There was some schools on the way from, like, the avenues towards Embarcadero. You could slide underneath little slides and shit like that. But whatever. But usually Embarcadero, I'd just be laid out, man. I can remember kids even coming up like, Mickey's dead. And I would wake up like, not dead, man. Get a coffee for me.
Yeah.
And then the sun, sleeping.
Would you end up getting into a bunch of fights living out in the streets, or was it chill?
I mean, most of my fights weren't because, like, the times I slept outside or nothing. No, I mean, I wasn't sleeping outside every day, like, for years or nothing. It was just, like, I didn't like staying in someone's house for too long.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was like if some dumbass showed up at my house right now and wanted to stay here for 3 months, no money, trying to eat all my shit, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I just had a self-conscious. I didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
And sometimes I would just break out. Yeah, like, I got this. Everything's cool.
But how did you kind of become like the regulator, dude? Like you were kind of like the enforcer.
It just happened.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just random. I was never like, I'm not a violent guy. I mean, yeah, I am. I like fighting, like watching fighting, like all that shit.
Yeah.
I like playing. Yeah. But it was just, people would come and, growing up downtown in the city, people would come and do fucked up shit and you'd just be sitting there checking it out. And then you would think to yourself like, nah, fuck that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever, fuck this dude up. Like, especially back then, no one had phones, no cameras. Some dude's talking shit, fucking with you, smack him in the fucking head.
Right.
Like, fuck that shit. Disrespectful as fuck. When I moved to San Francisco, I never seen so much disrespect than anywhere I lived in my life. Yeah, people were constantly on edge and nonstop bothering other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's crazy now too. It's fucking.
Oh, I'm sure.
So weird. But yeah, like you said, the phone thing and everybody having like, you're busted. I got you.
Oh yeah, I don't even.
You can't fuck with it now,
dude.
Right.
Except for not too long ago, I just saw the house. It reminded me. This kid moved into that house across the street a few years ago. Kind of buff, always out on the front porch doing push-ups and shit. But come to find out, he would do heroin sometimes. And go, you know how they go in those rages and have like get angry and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Chicago skating. My girl calls me and she says this dude's out here threatening her life. I can hear him scream. So anyway, long story short, yeah, I fucked that kid up. Told his family I was gonna fuck him up every time I seen him. And you guys should move, man. And I ran him out the neighborhood.
No.
I had to go down to the fucking court and the police, and I thought it was going to be a bunch of trouble. Because I came outside, and I was like, hey, man, you shouldn't talk to my girl like that. And he's like, fuck you, old man. I'll fuck you up. And I flashed.
Oh.
He had his phone out. I ran over there. I had a bat. But then I knew, like, I threw it down, attacked him. Knew better not to even punch this kid in his face. I just kept body slamming him on the railing next to his house. And then he said I beat him with the bat. It was a whole big long thing, but then the judge finally told me, he's like, you know what, we don't even like that kid, and we know he's bad. He's like, you're dismissed, send me home. So walking home, I had to go to my own village court. Walking home, they're on the porch, and I told them, the judge said it's cool, man. I fuck you up every time I see you, dude.
Oh my God.
And I ran him out. But
So
besides that, you can't just, they had to move. Yeah, nowadays you can't just fight people. They'll just film you and then you just get in trouble. But like I tell people all the time, simple misdemeanor assault, it's not that big of a thing to have to deal with. Don't let people punk you, man.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, don't let them punk you. It's just a simple misdemeanor. It's not. Yeah, I'm not even into fighting and being mean to people no more. I'm a nice ass mellow dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw 2020 brought out the best of you. You did a little kind of like an apology on the Instagram.
I did. I felt bad, man. It was weighing on my conscience. I was seeing all this shit that was going on, and I was thinking about the way I acted in San Francisco. And it's not the same as what other people are doing, but still, in general, it wasn't a legit thing to be doing. I had no business doing it. Yeah. And never once, even then, like, contemplated any of, like, what it was about. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But that was,
again,
go ahead. No, I was going to say, it came straight from the heart. That wasn't like somebody's putting you under fire. You just...
Oh, no, there was no fire. Yeah. Right. I even thought about that. I was like, no one's going to ever come after me for nothing. And even when I put that up, fools were coming on like, nah, James, you got a pass. I was like, there's no pass for that.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's worthless.
What do you think about, though, like, how it is right now, 2020, with, like, people getting attacked for things they did like 20 years ago or whatever? Like, it's kind of weird.
I don't know. People change.
Yeah.
I mean, and people fuck up. But if you stuck to your guns, that's a whole nother story. But if you slipped up one time, did something stupid as a kid or whatever, I mean, there's got to be some leeway on how far you judge these people.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm sure if my whole life was on internet, like imagine what people would be fucking saying to me. Yeah.
I mean, all of us. But the thing that's crazy to me is, it's like, what about the people that are judging? What about their lives? Like, they're just...
they're probably the worst.
Yeah, I mean, they're behind fake identity, and we don't even know who they are.
No, they're probably... Yeah, it's bad news.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time with all that stuff. It's like...
I don't like most of it. It goes both ways. Cancel culture is good in one way, but it's also the most horrible, dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you don't, if you drive 110 to LA, you get there and you come home, you ain't getting a ticket later in life. You did it. You got through it.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah, it's true indeed, man. For sure.
But I get it. I it's hard. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, it's weird out there.
I was going to ask you about that Thrasher video, because that one always stuck out in my head, where you're beating the car and you're like, stupid ass Billy.
James's car. Here goes the front panel. Hold on, let's see what I can do with this wheel here. Hey, let's see if we can start it. Look out, everybody, it might blow up. What? What's the scene with this car? Why is it all fucked up, dude? Because fucking dumbass Billy took it and ruined it, and him and Jeff and Dune.
Is that Billy Dean's?
Billy Valdez.
Shout out.
Billy Valdez, okay. Well, what was the story behind it? He borrowed your car and fucked it up or something?
I was down south, and I had a different car at that time, a car I got from Tom Knox, this Malibu. And that car was still legit, though, this little Chrysler I had. But you didn't need keys to drive it, and Billy and them knew it, and it was parked in front of Jeff's house. But anyway, when I came back, I think they drove it low on oil. It was knocking and smoking. And you could see it was like scratched up on the side, like they drug it on some shit. And I liked that car a lot. Like, not that it was a good car, but it was my car. And then I was that's when I was doing drugs sometimes. So I remember I was already in like one of them rager kind of moods, seeing the car and just destroyed it. And randomly, here comes somebody down the hill filming that shit.
Yeah. Was it Bryce?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, that's so sick. Those early ones were so sick. The other thing I always remember is, I think it's Max interviewing Salman, and he's like, how high can you go? He's like, dude, 10 feet. For some reason, dude 10 feet was in my head for the rest of my life.
10 feet. So sick.
Yeah. And
Oh, you listen to this one, man. When I saw Yeah Right, I moved to, my little brother got murdered. Long story. So I moved back to Ohio, and I wasn't paying attention to skateboarding for a little bit because I was like, bummed. But anyway, I saw that Yeah Right video, and I shit you not, I had to call Sam or Mike, I can't remember who, and was like, people can ollie over parking meters now. And dude was like, no, bro, there's a mini little launch ramp there. I was like, what? He's like, it's green screen full. I was like, oh, all right, good. So I was like, because if that was the case, I'm not starting skateboarding again.
oh man,
I was,
that
like, I
was
was honestly thinking they were boosting over these fucking parking meters and shit. I was like, no, can't ollie that.
yeah.
No one can.
Yeah.
No matter what. Not even in the future.
No.
Unless you get bionics or something.
Or they'd be going up huge sets of stairs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was tripping.
That was insane. What are some of your other favorite spots in SF back then? Like, where else would you skate besides EMB?
Black marble benches was more of a favorite spot than Embarcadero to actually skate.
Uh-huh.
My favorite shit ever.
Okay.
I mean, that marble was so nice. We skated for years and it didn't change. Yeah, it wasn't turning it until thousands of people started skating it, but all the years just the city kids were skating it.
Yeah.
They just stayed perfect marble benches all through the years. Unbelievable. Best spot ever. You know, the one where Huff always up the big thing, does the tray flip, that spot. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best spot in SF. And a lot of people don't know about this one. There's indoor white marble benches underneath Hubba Hideout. That was a building underneath it. And if you come down Hubba and get onto the main street, like say here's Carl's Jr.'s, and then you just go straight on the right, there would be Hubba Hideout, but there was a parking lot that you had to drive into and buildings where these doors opened up. And there was a waiting room before a long hallway, and in the waiting room was two long, perfect height, barely bigger than the blocks in Embarcadero, white marble benches.
Oh, shit.
And we got to skating for like a long time before, it was a bust.
Huh. Damn, that's sick.
Fort Miley,
huh?
Yeah, bombing the avenues. Fort Mason. Fort Mason was a great place. Yeah, I love that spot. I had the painted curbs, manuals, the loading dock you could ollie off of. And it was pretty.
Yeah, city rules. We're going to take a little pause and we'll be right back after a few words from some of our friends.
Hey, yo, what it is, though? It's the boy Be Legit. San Quinn, Black Sea, Rich. You know what I mean?
Brothers ain't worthy to rock my derby. Brothers ain't worthy to rock my derby.
I'm on the block where the sun up or sundown. A couple pounds in the clip for the 40 round. I hit the town like where it's at, what it do. You come through and get a few for the 32, 33, 34, there's still a go. And real niggas know the duffel bag by the dough. You can do the snow, but I'ma do the green. Real niggas on the team like to move me. Yeah.
Guess what, everybody? We got another giveaway for you. This week, it's the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 from Activision. Available now on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Epic. Drop back in with the most iconic skateboarding games ever made. Play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 in one epic collection. All the Pro Skaters, levels, and tricks are back and fully remastered, plus more. Break skateboarding boundaries, like I said. Show off your own style and be part of the next generation of skaters and creators with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. We're giving away 5 of these things, so we're going to make it nice and easy for you. Email talkinschmit@gmail.com. We need your name, full name, city you live in, and which character you would play most if you had this game. That'll enter you into a drawing, and we'll be picking 5 winners on next week's podcast. All right? So Skate as the legendary Tony Hawk in the full pro roster. Listen to songs from the era-defining soundtrack. Hit insane trick combos with the iconic handling of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. You got to play all the original modes and go head-to-head with your local two-player modes. Show off your style and creativity with upgraded Create-A Park and Create-A Skate features. Compete against players from around the world. That means you can put your headset on. You might even be able to talk some shit or Schmit and get on the leaderboards. Tony Hawk, what more do we need to say? TalkinSchmit@gmail.com. Your name, your city and state, and which character you will play. Tune back in next week for the winners to be announced. Peace.
Hey, it's Corey at Blue Plate, 3218 Mission Street. Come see us. Meatloaf, fried chicken, deviled eggs, Dollar Olympia beers. We're here every day of the week. We got a garden and we got smiles on our faces. Come let us make you happy.
And now, another first impression with Karl Stephen Watson.
What's up, Talkin Schmit? This is Karl Watson. I'm here to tell you about my first encounter with Mr. James Kelch. It was a long time ago in Embarcadero. I think I was about 11 years old. And Sam Smythe and Nick Lockman, they brought me down there. I was so happy, so eager to try something. So I tried like an ollie mute grab or some kind of like weird grab off the stage. Ended up nose diving. And, I was on the ground in pain, and Kelch came over, picked me up by my collar, brought me over to the wave, sat me down, and then from that point on, I was accepted into EMB. Thank you, Kelch. Love you, bro. R.I.P. Pops. Peace.
What were some of your like big milestones in skateboarding that you were hyped on, like your first indie ad or like?
Yeah, my first indie ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I turned pro.
It was before you went pro.
Yeah, if the story's right. I was riding for H Street. I think I was on a Jason Carney. Yeah, I was on H Street and got that photo took. And from what I had heard, Fausto wanted it to be a cover shot. But that's when me and Jake used to like heckle each other because I was the Embarcadero kid and he was the older dude who would heckle us from Fogtown. So we would always heckle back like others wouldn't. And so he would always be there like Jake didn't like me at first. Well, I don't know, whatever. One of those kind of relationships. But from what I heard, Jake was like, nah, fuck that. Kelch ain't getting no fucking cover. And that's when Fausto was like, all right, well, I'll give him the indie ad then. And then I got an indie ad. And from what I heard, it was the first amateur indie ad in Thrasher.
Oh, sick.
But was it? I don't know.
I'll have to do some research.
Yeah,
Jake's
exactly.
not around anymore.
Know.
Otherwise, he's my encyclopedia. Was that a surprise to you then? Like, did it come out in the mag and you're like, oh shit, there's me?
Yeah, I didn't think they were ever going to do anything for me except give me some boards here and there.
Oh.
Because I wasn't like, us Embarcadero kids weren't, well, some of them were, like Mike and them, they would travel around and go do stuff other people wanted to do. But
right.
A lot of us, like, including mostly me probably, I just wanted to be in Embarcadero and I'll do all the tail stalls and drink my beer and heckle people. Like, I didn't want to go do all that other stuff.
Was that your guys' shop or was FTC around? Did you go to Fogtown or Skates on Haight or where would you go?
Went to all those shops.
Oh,
yeah, all of them.
You didn't have
no loyalty.
Okay.
No, I didn't have. They weren't. Yeah, I didn't even know about loyalty and all that kind of shit. It was just Skates on Haight had that fucking shop on Haight Street. Mm-hmm. And they had the big warehouse down there near Market where you could just steal from them. Yeah, you'd steal everything. They would just go to the back of this warehouse and disappear for like 20 minutes looking for some random board. And my friends would just be like, all right, dude, Kelch. And I was just like, all right, but I never stole nothing. Fuck that. I'm a military brat. Yeah. But I would take whatever they had. Let me get.
Would you kind of avoid Fogtown and Concrete Jungle because from Jake's vibes?
No. If they had what I needed, we'd go there no matter what. Yeah, it was all good. We didn't care. We liked it. Yeah, we knew what was going on.
First time I went there, I'm looking through shirts, and Jake just yells at me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, put those shirts back how they're. I'm like, what? Like, I was just looking through. It was just like, okay.
He was probably stressing.
Yeah, something crazy.
I've been in there and they would put kids' trucks on backwards.
On purpose, huh?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, one or the other. Like one of them would be backwards. They'd be fucking turning crazy out the door. Yeah. Place is wild.
Yep. Nowadays, it's not like that. It's not like that.
It's no fun.
And what was up with the Plan B? Was the stories that you were possibly in the mix for going to Plan B?
I had thought so, yeah. I had my own little relationship with Ternowski.
For Ternowski?
Yeah, he'd bring me boxes and give me clothes and shit. And basically, like, I wasn't a correct fit at the time.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't a correct fit for anyone at the time. I was smoking coke joints and, disappearing from skateboarding into the city.
Right.
Come back 3 weeks later. Yeah, I was never one. Yeah, man. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't see any of that shit ever happen.
Let's talk about the legendary Going Pro party. I've heard a lot of...
so sick.
I've heard rumors. I want to hear real.
So sick.
Yeah. Where was it at?
Shit ever. Huh?
Where was it at?
Wherever the Thrasher ramp was at.
Ah.
That warehouse.
It was Studio 43 or at Jake's ramp?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The big studio down there. That big-ass warehouse.
And was it a surprise?
No, I knew the party was coming for a while. Jeff and them even made, like, little flyers and flying them around the city and shit.
All right.
Yeah, when I turned pro, man, it was a trip. But, yeah, I knew it was coming.
Hey, give us a highlight to the party.
The fight.
There's a big fight.
All the skaters versus all my regular friends.
Oh.
I laughed. I just walked right out the front door. It was like, no. Me and some fools went around the corner and smoked some weed and shit.
Oh.
They were all fighting in there, man. Someone threw a skater threw a beer at me during the team photo. The big photo that they had.
Yeah.
I wish I still had one of those. I don't even have one.
Huh.
But anyway, a skater threw a beer at me, and all my part-time non-skater friends slid down these ramps because there was other ramps. Like the big mini ramp was in that one area, upstairs, downstairs, if you remember. And then you go into that front area, and they have whatever kind of ramps were in there. And they all started. I just remember fools started sliding down the training on their butts, and then the blows started flying. I remember Sluggo was in there fighting them. They were fighting slugs. Like, it was crazy. And I couldn't decide. I mean, I tried to say something. No one was going to listen. Like, I wasn't going to help anyone.
Right.
So I just went out front. Yeah.
Were people getting laid out?
Yeah, fools were getting fucked up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a big ass brawl.
Damn.
Yeah, I just went out front. I wasn't having none of it. So I go talk shit about it for years. Like, your pussy friend. And I was like, I kind of fucked you up a little bit. I mean, you wasn't that pussy. You did out pretty good. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty wild. But the main event, though, is I have to bring him up again. I hope I don't talk about him too much. Is Mike Carroll, man. That dude, he's a heckler. And he would heckle you on your skateboard, like with him skating. And he just dropped in and kind of started skate heckling. I don't even know if they knew what was going on. And he destroyed that mini ramp like no one I ever seen destroy a mini ramp my entire life.
Fuck.
And I still say no one skates a mini ramp better than that. Not even Joey Bass.
Damn.
You ever seen that dude skate a mini ramp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
But that was my favorite part about the night. Oh, dude, the jewel just exploded in my mouth. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying not to smoke cigarettes, dude, but this jewel shit's gross.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's so nasty. You pick it up and hit it, and that fluid and shit goes in your mouth sometimes, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? It's gross.
How long you smoked for?
I was a kid.
Since like 14 or 15? Fuck. It's hard to quit.
I think I was addicted. I was born addicted to cigarettes.
No way.
My mother smoked in 1970 when I was born. Had to go in an incubator and shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Jehovah smoked tons of cigarettes his whole life, and he just started doing the vape thing. And
that's what I'm doing. That's what this
he said
juul
it's
thing
helping.
is.
He said he doesn't really
it
need
does help.
cigarettes.
When you start Nick fitting or whatever you want to call it, like really fiending for a cigarette, you just suck on this. And you get your nicotine. But you know what you also are not getting those? All those chemicals. My brain and body still miss them. I think I'm addicted to those chemicals that were in that cigarette more than the nicotine. Because I'm still like, I'll smoke this shit all day and still be like, dude, I need a cigarette. But why do I need a cigarette? It must be those chemicals.
I want to hear some more about these swindle shit. Like, what were some of the greatest swindles that went down?
I don't know. Just lying to kids. Mine was the one I used the most, and I only used it a few times, man. Like, everybody always exaggerate, like this is an everyday thing. Like, shit happens. It's like, I always tell people, it's like Tad Ness, like a tadpole in a Loch Ness monster, Say, oh, I saw a Loch Ness monster. Like, no, you didn't. You saw a fucking tadpole. Same thing with these stories. But yeah, I would tell kids, I'll bring you a box of Tim boards for $100. And they would give me $100. And then I would just not bring them a box of boards. That was the big one. Because usually it was just like, I would tell even people I know, like, dude, give me $20, I'll give you some wheels tomorrow. Shit like that. Yeah. And then they might not get the wheels tomorrow, but eventually they probably did at some point, unless it was random people I didn't know.
Right.
But it was only here and there. Nothing major. What I would do, but sometimes at night, if it was a really weird night, I would make people buy stuff. We didn't want to buy it. But it would be like 1 a.m. at Embarcadero. They're buying that shit. Whatever. Not that I'm proud of any of it, but you can't change the past. I am what I am.
Yep. Same with
I told these parents that used to come tell my kid's never coming to Embarcadero again. And I would ask them, why would you drive your kid 2 hours and drop them off in the middle of a huge metropolitan city downtown with no guidance? What do you think's going to happen? You're lucky they ran into us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do you think's happening down here? Fairies and shit? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wild shit. Bombs, drug addicts, maniacs, some skaters.
So what were some of the other places you lived? You lived with Jeff. You lived with Deerdick and Kelly Bird, right?
Oh, yeah. Down in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
Down there for a bit. It was fun, man. I liked it.
This is before Deerdick went big time.
He was getting there, but yeah, before he was like super millionaire guy. Yeah.
Have you seen what's it called? Supreme opened up a shop in SF.
I heard, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, they opened up a shop in SF and they filmed pretty much a full video almost at Embarcadero to like come into SF. Yeah. You didn't see any of it? People are skating Embarcadero a lot these days again, and the island
I
out
see
there.
The footage. People always text me, ask me how I feel about it. I'm like, what? Yeah, no, I don't feel nothing about it. Skate wherever the fuck you want to skate, but it's not Embarcadero anymore.
Yeah.
They're in Embarcadero. No, they're not. They're at Justin Herman Plaza. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even the same.
Was there like 1 or 2 days that stick out, like back at Embarcadero, that like hella shit went down in the same day or something? Like so-and-so did this while like some big shit was going down?
Just those kind of days happen mostly when they would have those like civic center contests and everyone would be in town.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and everyone would go to Embarcadero.
Try shit over the Gons or down there.
All that shit, yeah. Try to do stage jumps, jump the Gons, do the 7, fuck with the fountain. I would come down, everyone want me to skate. I wouldn't skate. I would just watch those guys skate.
I just interviewed Frankie Hill a couple weeks ago, and he's like,
down there a few times.
He said he's got a photo where I think he's ollie-ing or he's doing something over the Gons, and in the corner you're just laying there chilling. He's like, the mayor's right there at the bottom.
Nah, that was my spot.
Yeah, he was hyped though. He was like, dude.
At one point we even had, how the police outline your body or whatever. I don't know if that's for movies or not, but
Yeah.
We even did that to ourselves across the entire wave. We had our little names in there, and that was our spot. Our spot. Because you know the wave, man, you would get your beer, put your back in that thing.
Yeah.
Just look up at the city and basically just like,
get a little shade. Yep.
Just lounge. The fog would be rolling in. It's beautiful.
Is there any like unwritten rules? Like if dude does a trick and stares or like shit like that, where you're like, dude,
beamers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them beamers. You just heckle them, that's all. Nothing major. But yeah, we make fun of beamers. We were beamers too. Yeah, everyone's a beamer. Make sure they see it. That's why I skate in schools now by myself. I don't want anyone to see it.
All right.
The universe sees it. Did it even happen? I go to these schoolyards, there's no one around. When they do show up, I leave and shit. Like, nope. No, I'm straight. All I need is me and my skateboard now. I don't need companionship anymore. Yeah, it means nothing. I mean, it gets boring here and there, but then again, like, people want to talk too much. Like, when I go skate now, like, I'm not into that. I don't need to talk. I don't need to do nothing. I just want to do what I'm doing, and if it feels weird, then I'll just do it over and over and over again until it doesn't feel weird. I even hear people ask me, like, why are you doing frontside rail slides all day? Like, why would you ask someone what they're doing? What do you mean? Yeah. Just let them skate, man.
Yep. Do you have a crew out there, or are you kind of mostly solo?
Nah, there's a whole crew for me to go skate with, but I mostly like to go solo.
Okay.
I hook up with a random few heads here and there. When I first started Hella Cool Skateboards, I would go out a lot with everyone and just try to do too much until I was just like, I don't want to go do all that shit every goddamn day.
Right.
Go pushing through the city, looking for the same old spot you know is not going to be skatable, carrying a fucking camera around with you everywhere you go. It was like deja vu every day for years until finally I was like, you guys just do what you want. Yeah, I'm not involved. I'll go skate by myself.
So what's up with Hella Cool?
It's chilling. I always just say I just let it do what it does. It's here, and I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I don't do it.
Do you do it out of you don't do it out of your house, right?
I do it straight out of my house.
You do?
Me and my girlfriend come up with the graphics on the iPad. We make them the best we can with her drawing and whatnot. And then right now I got a guy named Patrick Smith who's being my illustrator guy. I've had like 12 different ones. And I just have anyone who knows how to use an Illustrator. If someone's not available, then I just send it to them and I go, here, recreate that on Illustrator. And they tell me how hard it is, and I tell them, but that's what you do. Recreate that shit. Yeah. And then they send it back to me in a form I can send to the board company, and then boom, I got graphics.
Okay.
Yeah, we have no salesman. We have no Illustrator guys. We don't have nothing. Just me and the girl and our ideas. Like, the whole company's based after just like we were doing a fake cartoon once called the Hella Buddies. And it's the animals that are around our house, the plants, our cats, and this little story of this princess we made up who lives in this haunted house. We got a skate park in the backyard. Although we're branching out now, we changed it, but mostly the graphics are like bunny rabbits and princesses doing fucked up weird shit and just random stuff that sticks with this little these Hella Buddy shit we got going on.
Right. Do you got like a little crew, like a team or a float?
I got a team. I do the best I can with them. When I first started, I treated them like I was a real company. And I did that for like 5-6 years. Until the point I thought about it one day and I was just like, dude, I've not made a penny the entire time. Not a cent. I just give all that shit away. I sell exactly what I have to sell to be able to pay the board guy back. And then basically anything left after that, I was just giving it out.
Right.
But now I'm more of a dickhead, and I give them stuff. I give a few guys more than others, and some guys I don't see, so I don't give them shit. And I try to give them less stuff, but like,
Which shapes are you going with? Are you going with popsicles, or are you going
regular old generator deluxe shapes?
Oh, okay.
Yep. Popsicles, yeah.
Damn, that's sick, dude.
So now I made good friends with the guy who runs the board manufacturing place. And so since he knows I'm broke and he knows the way I do this and how hard it is for it to do it like this, he gives me a lot of leeway. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't harass me too much to hurry up and pay him. Lets me, he's a good guy.
You got a website where you can where people can buy them?
I do have a website and it looks sick and it's only been up for about a year now, but I don't even have it set up for people to buy stuff.
Oh, it's just do shops carry them?
Yes.
Okay.
And the shops that carry them are just people I've met randomly through Instagram mostly, or people I've known from the past.
Oh.
When I first started, I called a few shops who didn't know who I was or whatnot, just why would they? They're younger people.
Mm-hmm.
And I called them and tried to give them the whole spiel. You know how you got to give them that spiel? And they're just like, huh? And I was like, oh, click. Never again, man. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. I'm not mad. And somehow I just stay in business now, 7 years straight.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah. Got more boards coming right now.
Hell yeah.
Because even just told you can't even order boards until the end of September. the end of 2021.
That's what I heard. I heard boards are tough right now.
I can get them.
Sick. See? That's what's up.
I be getting them. The shit I got right now is already sold out, and I'm about to just have to order more.
Oh, that rules.
It's not even here yet. Huh?
That rules.
Yeah, I only get 250, 300 at a time. I used to get 500, but it takes me too long to pay the board guy back, so I feel weird about it.
Ah.
That's a lot of, that's nothing for skateboard companies, but for me, that 500 is a lot.
Right.
If you buy 500 boards, you got to sell over 300 of them just to pay it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you get 250 is more manageable.
Right now, that's what I've been doing, especially since, I started it last winter and then the pandemic hit, so I'm just staying there right now.
Well, if somebody's interested in getting some shit, can they reach out to you or how's it work?
Yeah. I got my little phone number and email on the stupid Instagram and the Facebook, and I'll just put my number out there. Mostly I text and talk with the shops. We don't even email.
Okay.
And they ask me for order sheets and shit, and I just send them a picture of the boards. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, nowadays it's so easy.
Digital
email or a DM or fucking whatever you deal with, I got you. It's
most of them I just text them. And I tell them I've talked to every shop I deal with, just get Venmo. Just get Venmo, hit the button. Done. So we don't got to do nothing.
Right.
There's no minimums. There's nothing.
You been dealing with any arthritis or anything?
Forever.
Forever, right?
Yeah, I had childhood arthritis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I started riding my bike, and then that's when it got, not that it went away, but it got way better.
Riding your bike?
Riding my bike.
Dude, because was it in your knees?
Yes.
Okay, because I got it in my my neck and shoulders.
Nowadays, I just rack it up to just pain and ache. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But my whole body aches all the time. I'll lay in bed and try to go to sleep. I can't even sleep. I got to stretch a hip. It's fucking ridiculous.
You're right.
It's just all those years of skating, man,
I got a whole process when I wake up in the morning. It takes me about a half hour just to start stretching my neck out, doing these little.
Just gotta get it. Yeah.
And you go click, click. You're like, all right, let's go get coffee now.
And then when I first moved here, I got in these kids in a stolen car hit me in their car and fucked my whole back and neck up. Whoa. I was even scared of car horns for a while. They hit me so hard, man. A car would blow its horn and it would make me flinch and shit. Yeah. Yeah, 2 kids in a stolen Thunderbird. Fucked me up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Settlement?
No, they got out. They're gone. The car's stolen. Yeah.
Fuck.
They got out. I remember them looking in the window, thinking, because my boss was with me. We were on a run. He hit his head so hard, he was knocked out and was in my lap bleeding when I came to. And then I saw all the blood. I thought he was dead. So I grabbed him by his hair and threw him off me, in disgust, just a freak out, oh! And then I could hear him snoring. And then I was like, all right, dude ain't dead. And then I kind of just laid there passing out until the ambulance and all that shit came. But yeah, the kids just ran off.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was wild.
That sucks. Well, what else is going on? What's the day to day? You're taking care of an old lady or something?
Yeah, totally. I take care of my girl's aunt, man. I've been doing this kind of weird. If there's someone that needs taken care of near me in my whole life, for some reason, I've kind of just ended up taking care of them. I don't know how.
Like caretaker, get them food and...
Yeah, all that. The whole shit.
Oh.
Whatever they need. Clean their house, do their dishes, do their laundry.
No way.
Clean out their potties. Yeah, the whole nine. Not the first time. This is like the 5th time.
Okay. But things are going all right considering?
Everything's fine, man. I'm just dealing with it. Yeah, she's doing good since I've taken care of her.
Uh-huh.
Because I used to just go see her sometimes and other people were taking care of her and then she basically was going to die. But there was no reason for it. Well, I figured that out once I started taking care of her and had her regulated. Like, she lives a perfect life.
Right.
So I was kind of on the thing like, all right, these people who were taking care of her were kind of even maybe pushing her down the wrong path on purpose. Because why would you just instantly snap back to a normal person with little effort?
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
But besides that, yeah, skating's doing good. I don't skate as much as I should right now, but I've been dealing with this groin hip injury. And it gets to the point it was getting depressing to even go skate. Like, it wasn't fun. So I just been chilling, thinking it would go away. That's what I normally do, but it's not going away. But I've learned these new stretches I've been doing, and I've been skating again.
Oh,
and
sick.
It's not bothering me as much as it has been. But only on my big cruiser board. Like, I got one of my old Flyers with some soft wheels on it. I go do axle stalls and shit, cruise the neighborhood, just push, see what's going to happen.
Yep.
So far, it seems like it's coming around.
You got a good curb nearby or something? You can go do sloppies?
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Needs wax every time because it's a little bit of a junky curve. But, yeah, it's down there. Little schoolyard right down the street from my house.
That's the one thing that's kind of cool. I mean, except for the fires right now. But before the fires is like a lot of spots are just nobody.
Yeah, barren. You can go anywhere
you definitely can get some in right now. But, yeah, my ankle's been kind of fucked. So I got one of those things. It's like that circle thing that you stand on. And it's supposed to strengthen your ankle, but I don't do it enough. I don't know. Hasn't worked yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Just do your ABCs and your circles.
Hey, you gotta go with that Chico Brenna's philosophy. It's just like you gotta just roll every day, no matter what. And
that's the one that does it the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was rolling every single day, I felt better. Everything felt better.
That's what he always told me. He's like, even if you don't feel like it, just skate a little each day, and your body will start adapting.
That shit works on board time. It works like a maniac. Yeah, for sure. But this one just hurt. Like, it was something else.
Right.
I couldn't just go roll. Like, the pain was just fucking excruciating.
Right.
It's my front stand foot, and I'm not a switch guy, so I push, and then, it's that whole hip and groin right there. I'm standing on it. It hurts like a maniac. Then you land a trick, and you're leaning forward, and it doesn't want to hold you up. Yeah. So you're just like, fuck.
Or you're like, I don't think surgery after 50. Maybe
I never wanted to be that guy. Like, no surgery.
Yeah.
None. I never had them touch me once.
Right.
All the torn ligaments, all that shit, I just let them heal. I boned both of these knees out, and I just caveman them fuckers. And I still feel them do weird shit, but I just, go on a walk when I could. I would sit in my bath and move it back and forth. Like, I twisted this one in a pretzel at a skate park like 3-4 years ago. It felt like if you took a banana and slowly bent it until it broke. Like, that's what the inside of my knee felt like. It's the only way I can explain it. But it's cool now. It's just back to a normal bad knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to lower your standards. Like, I'm going to get some grinds today. I'm not going to do fucking this or that. Like, that's not fun.
Yeah, I don't even try. Even when I get my normal board out and was thinking I was trying to be a good skater, it was just 3 flips, heel flips, kick flips, tail slides and shit, slappies, most rail slides, feebles, nothing. I won't jump stairs and shit. Just flat out. I just won't do it. I wish I could take back half the stairs I jumped and half the walls I bonelessed off. Like, there's just no need.
Yeah. Before football, have you been watching anything like TV, any movies or Netflix?
I've been hooked on, for some reason, I never watched it as a kid, but I've been watching fucking that Ultimate Fighting shit.
Oh, really?
But I ain't watching the new dudes. I'm watching all the old guys from the 90s that my friends were talking about that I didn't watch. And the boxers, too. I've been watching old boxing from the 90s.
Who are the guys?
You know the fucking
Was that
names,
Conor
too many of them.
McGregor, or is that before that?
Yeah, I've been watching some of his, but now that he just got arrested for rape, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, he just got busted.
Rape. Fuck out of here.
That's the worst shit.
Oh, dude, come on, man. Yeah, demented soul.
There's a Shamrock too, right? He's one.
Yeah, all those guys, man.
Okay.
I don't remember their names. You always just see them up there. It's Diaz versus blah, 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 and you just click on it and watch it. But I don't. But the boxer I've been watching lately, because I hated him as a kid in my 20s, is that Prince Nassim Hamed. Dude.
He's badass.
That guy was fucking sick.
Really?
Holy shit, his skills are unbelievable. The most unorthodox fighter I ever seen. He was so braggadocious, it's ridiculous. He's laughable because how little he is. But besides that, this dude could fight like a maniac. And then I posted on Facebook, like, oh, this Prince Nassim kid was sick. And everyone started coming on there. Oh, I watched him get knocked out hell of times and all this shit. Well, I just went and watched every one of his fights. Guess when he got knocked out? Never.
Oh, really?
Never got knocked out. He only lost one fight. It was his last fight. Yeah. And then I watched him train, and the reason he was so unorthodox is he didn't come at you or try to counter. But he was a counterer, but not in the normal sense. He would train with one of them heavy body bags. They would throw it at him.
Oh.
Then he would duck, and then as it's going back from him, he would do these crazy lunge punches.
Right.
And that's how he would fight.
Fuck.
And so you would come in and fuck with him and jump back, and he would just go, wham! And just drop. And then he fought both ways, righty and lefty. I don't know. I'm just hyped on how the kid fought, man. It's good.
I was heartbroken when Tyson went downhill. He was just like, when in his prime, no one was as good as him ever.
He's still the best. He was the best ever.
He came out and you're just like, oh, boom, done.
He would have beat anyone at any time. All the dudes from the past. He would have destroyed them.
Yeah, it just
any
sucks to watch.
Well, it was his mental capacity. He was a mental patient to begin with. You know, they made him be a boxer.
Right.
And then once he got older and there's controversy in his life, that's too much for him to handle. He should have never fought again, especially after like the rape thing and the prison. And then now you're even more mad. You're not going to be able to compose yourself. It was like I don't even consider those fights happening. Like they shouldn't happen.
Yeah, the Holyfield here. Oh man,
that was ridiculous. Like even going into the fight, I was like, dude, Tyson don't have a chance. Dude don't train. Dude's a maniac.
Yeah.
Why take these fights?
Did you ever see his stand up though? When he did the little tour, he did stand up comedy. He did. No. Yeah, Tyson came around. And he did like a stand up show. He's like basically telling his whole story, but like with a comedy twist. It's kind of.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
You have to check it. It's kind of next level. It's like wow, pretty sick. He's almost like making fun of himself for being the idiot when he was, and just kind of like
how I do myself nowadays.
Yeah, I mean we all do, right?
Yeah,
it's like
that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, ego out the door.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be an EMB documentary?
I don't know. A few people tried.
What happened? Like
stopped.
I think
I don't know.
Thorne told me like it was like filmed and shit. Like they were editing years ago.
We filmed so much shit, and then I have no clue what ever happened to it.
Huh.
I have no clue. And there's multiple different people tried doing different little things, and none of it ever just came about, I guess.
Huh. We need that.
I have no idea.
Maybe they just didn't have the funds or something. I don't know.
I'm guessing. I mean,
I remember hearing lots about it, though.
You know, when people try to do projects like that, they buy too many mimosas and shit. And spend up all their fucking money at the Japanese restaurant.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I watched it go down many a time. People will come with money, want to do projects, raging the town, then they just disappear. Broke.
Fuck.
Done.
Oh, man. Are you drinking these days, or are you off
No,
it?
I don't. No drinking.
Yeah.
Still smoke, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, still get anxiety from it, but still do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, right at the beginning, always anxiety.
Uh-huh. But it's worth it overall, or what?
It goes away. Anxiety can't do nothing to you. It's a fake emotion.
Yeah.
Most emotions are fake. They're not real. They're just in your brain. We just make them up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I
I've
don't.
been reading these damn books. They try to explain emotion to you. Emotion is just It's a fucked up thing, man. It's not real, most of it. Yeah. And the easiest way he explained it at the very end was like, it's simple as this. If there's a problem, like let's say I have cancer, okay? There's only two outcomes. Can I fix the problem? Well, if I can fix the problem, then there's nothing to worry about. I don't need to be anxious. But the same thing is for the other question. If I can't fix the problem, once again, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
So
I think
in reality, there's never anything to fucking worry about.
Well, the anxiety comes with the unknown, right? It's like, how long am I going to live
Isn't
for?
anxiety stressing off the future and depression is off the past or some shit like that? Neither one of those things are happening. Only now.
Right. Live in the now.
But then just because you read these things don't mean you can implement them into your life. Like I tell people these stories all the time, and I'm a hypocrite because I stress out every fucking day. I have anxiety every day. I worry every day.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? But yeah, when people ask me about it, I tell them, there's nothing to do. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was telling my fiance, I'm a great teacher, a horrible student. So like I can give you the advice, I can't take it. Like I hear what I'm saying, but I'm like, yeah, it's fucked up.
Actually, you want to hear a funny story? I went out, got on my board the day I turned 50, and it felt different.
Really?
I felt freer. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I felt like if I showed up at a park full of kids and I bailed 7 kickflips straight, it doesn't matter. It means nothing. And it never did.
When you first started skating and someone said, hey, you're still going to be doing this when you're 50, you would have just laughed.
I would have laughed in their face. Yeah. Here's a funny one. When I was 16, I met a kid who skated and he was 19. And I thought that was the most crazy fucking shit I've ever seen. And I felt bad for him. No, I'm serious. Adam Barcadero, I was like, dude, 19, still skating.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Get out of here.
That was like when we used to go to the bar and I would see Fish at the bar and I'd be like, oh my God, Fish is like 25 and he's still at the bar. About
so old.
30 years later, I'm 45 at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing changed, man. I'll always be out skating.
Right.
Nothing else to do.
It was cool when I helped Staba do the Tired video. We got some clips of you in there. We were so fired up.
He's been trying to get me to film a whole part, but I never liked nothing I had, man. Like all the days I felt like I wish the camera was on me, it wasn't around. And the days the camera was there, I was just like 48 years old.
I think a little goes a long ways these days for sure.
Yeah, but I can still do all my little favorite flat ground tricks and all my favorite ledge tricks that ended up turning me pro in the first place, which means like why I ever turned pro in the first place is beyond me. I have backside grinds, frontside pivot grinds, front and back tail slides. That's it. Rail slides, like switch shove-its and shit, like switch frontside shove-its, all that's just that normal same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing it.
Well, why did you bail?
Over and over.
Why did you leave SF? Was it too expensive?
My brother got murdered.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Came back to visit and get the body from Alabama and see the
Alabama?
family. That's where it happened, yeah. Had to go down there and get him, come back up to Ohio. My mom was fucking flipped, as you could expect. And then my girlfriend's mom was living by herself, taking care of Grandpa. And so we were like, you know what, man? Let's go back and help out here. That's the best thing to do. So I came back with her, helped take care of my family the most I could, and then help with her family too.
Do they know who did it?
Oh, yeah, they caught him that day.
They're
it's
in
like
jail?
a little book. I could write a little movie about it. It's like one of those weird, like he was a mental patient who was the brother of my brother's wife. My brother's wife's brother, mental patient, was locked away.
Your brother's wife's brother murdered your brother?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it even goes deeper. And it had been once it was all said and done and the investigation was over, it wasn't an instant thing. It was plotted out over time.
Fuck.
Dude, you could write a book about it. He was slowly poisoning them with strychnine in the food. He had taken over my brother's identity online and was speaking with my other brother.
No.
Oh, dude, it gets deep. I just got goosebumps thinking about it. And then my brother comes home one day with his wife and the kid from t-ball practice, and the house is locked up and boarded up. my brother's an ex-Marine. He was like, yo, what the fuck? The daughter went around, looked through the window, and his name is Jason too, the same as my little brother. And she's like, Jason's in there with a gun. So my brother's like, what the fuck? Blew the door open. Dude started pumping him full of lead. Shot him 13 times. No, 12 times. There's 13 holes in his body. And listen, everybody thinks you need a big gun to kill someone. Killed this man with a .22 rifle.
Damn.
A fucking squirrel gun.
And what happened to that dude? Is he in jail or did they?
He's in a mental home. The judge said as long as she's alive and still a judge, he'll be strapped to a bed and forced full of medicine so his brain doesn't work.
God damn it.
Because that's all they could do.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. I didn't even go to the court or none of that shit. I didn't think I'd be able to control myself.
What year was that?
2001.
Okay. Coming up on 20 years.
19 years, yeah. 20
Damn.
years.
Heavy.
Yeah, man. He was 26. It was crazy.
Hey, I'll tell you what Felper told me. We got to document everything. So fucking maybe you should write a book or something. It might be a way for you to like get some shit out of you too. But like,
I don't think I've never even sat down and went through the whole thing yet. 20 years later.
It's probably, it's probably like triple padlocked.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know about that door.
It's in this little fucking thing, man.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah, for sure.
Life's a trip.
Yeah.
Are you guys, what's it like in Cincinnati with this COVID and stuff? Are people taking it serious or?
Some are, most aren't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a violation of my freedom. This shit's fake. It's a hoax. All that garbage shit, selfish individuals. No one cares about the other ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wear my mask when I go places strictly because I'm not a selfish person. And I also take care of that elderly lady.
Exactly.
I mean, what if I'm just blowing COVID in your face?
Yep.
I don't want to be that dude.
Yeah.
Whether I never even heard about it or not. People don't have no compassion for others. They're selfish is what it is. Everyone's spoiled and selfish.
So much so. And
America has them thinking like there's something special when you're just another fucking human. And if you disappear, a few people will think about you sometimes. Everything else, it just goes on. No one gives a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to have compassion for everyone.
That's why you got to hold on to that special one in your life and just fucking hold on.
Oh, yeah. I've been with my girl for 25 years now.
25?
Yeah. I met her on a tour, came through Ohio. Split from a tour that they were doing, came to Ohio, met her, and we've been chilling ever since. Yeah, because I need you to just let me be who I am.
That's perfect.
That's just a dude who goes skateboard sometimes and doesn't do much else.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, I'm fucking stoked we caught up.
Hell yes, man.
We usually end this thing with a fucking jam. You got a good song you want to fucking throw on as we sail out of here?
Yeah. Shout at the devil.
Shout at the fucking
Quality
devil.
too, baby.
Shout. Hell yeah. Well, thanks,
Why?
dude.
I don't know.
Why not?
One of my first tapes I ever owned.
What do you think? Hey, what do you think about Raiders in Vegas?
Honest truth.
Yeah.
Been waiting since we moved back from LA. Yeah. We copyrighted. When we left LA, we tried to go to Vegas. And the owner vote said no. And so since 1995, I think it is, they already had copyrighted and LLC'd everything. Las Vegas Raiders, the website, the fucking online, everything. That's what they've always wanted because, and the only reason, well, I was a Raider fan before I ever moved to California, so I don't have that time. Except when I lived there, I was at every fucking game, of course. But besides that, that county, Alameda County, disrespected the Oakland Raiders for so many decades that fuck Alameda County. Yeah, the A's should get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're in that old-ass stadium and just like...
Dude, that shit was trash. Our players didn't have a chance. No one wanted to come there. The fucking toilets leaked. The ceilings were leaking. Unbelievable. We didn't even have... We had fax machines. Our workout room looked like a fucking high school and shit.
Yeah.
Just garbage, man.
And now, dude, Raiders, Sin City, come on. It's like match made in hell. Yeah.
Even Bill Belichick said it's the best thing that could ever happen to an NFL franchise, and there's no state taxes. The players love it. The free agents are like, please let me come there.
That's the only thing. The players are going to get into some shit.
I don't know, man. We're building a little culture. The team we're building, they know what's out there. We're not fucking around. We drafted a guy in the 3rd round. His eyes were a little bit too big for the lights. Shipped him off to Miami.
All right.
That's the new way in the Raider. If you fuck around, we just give you the boot. We don't care. We'll eat draft picks and your guaranteed money. And other teams are noticing that, and they're going to be doing the same shit. If a guy's fucking around, fuck him. Go away.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That's how it goes now. But we'll see. Yeah.
I'm just stoked that they're fucking getting it in, because I know it sounds lame to a lot of people, but personally, when sports happened, like this pandemic and all that shit that's happening, I was like really having a hard time staying not depressed, and sports is like helping.
Yeah, it does, for sure. It gives you something to immerse yourself in, go into the fantasy land.
Yeah.
Like NFL to me now that I'm older is like a soap opera. Like the win-lose shit, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, do I get bummed if the Raiders lose? Well, of course, but it's not going to linger until the next TV show I watch.
Right.
Like it used to. It would linger all week. Now it doesn't matter. If they won the Super Bowl, what do I get? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just watch for the drama and the fun.
We got 3 World Series titles in 5 years. We got fucking like 4 or 5 Super Bowl rings, and then we got 3 NBA champions. It's like I'm good. My grandpa didn't get any of that.
That's what I'm saying. Even though my Raiders got me my championships as a kid, that's what I tell these fools. Like when the Raiders were really, really bad, like some of my neighbors who were Bengal fans would talk shit to me, and my only thing I would tell them is like, here's something I just need to say to you. My team has won championships in my lifespan. Yours will not.
Right.
And they don't talk to me anymore about the Raiders. They just shut the fuck up. They don't talk to me.
That's it.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Just let me enjoy my fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, it's like Disney to me. It's just my childhood thing. Yeah. It's like toys.
Yeah. Well, stay up, dude. Stay healthy out there. Thanks so much for fucking connecting and stuff. It's good. You got any plans? Probably not any plans coming out here anytime soon anyway, huh? With all this shit.
No, I'm not. No. I ain't getting on no damn plane.
I think 2021 is going to reverse everything somehow.
We'll get it all figured out one day. We always prosper. The country's only been around a few hundred years. History repeats itself. We're fine.
Yeah, we got it.
A few hundred years ain't going to be the end of us.
Exactly.
We got this. Unless the apocalypse is coming, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're going to pull through, man. You just got to deal with the hardships. It ain't nothing. And like I always tell people, if the people from the past saw the way we're acting now over what's going on in the world, they would just laugh in the faces. We got it made still. Even with everything that's happening, we're living better than they lived. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
There's no nomads running around.
Yeah.
Barter system.
Yeah, that's for real. That's what I've been saying too, for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're doing good.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. Hell yeah, my man.
Stay up, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, word, Smitty. You have a good day, player.
All right, cheers.
Bye, bud.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talkin Schmit. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Anchor, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts. When you subscribe, you'll get notifications every Tuesday of new episodes the minute they become available. Also, please leave reviews and a 5-star rating. It's the best way to help the show grow. All of the episodes will always remain free, but if you would like to help support the show, you can do so at TalkinSchmit.com, where you can pick up some merchandise like t-shirts, beanies, hats, and stickers. The website has an entire archive of all of the episodes, with extra photos and videos. Email us with any suggestions, comments, or ways that the show may have improved your life at talkinschmit@gmail.com. All interviews are conducted, edited, and produced by Schmitty. The intro music is Mary's Cross by the band Nature. Very special shout out goes to the executive director, Sharal Camisa.
Shout out.
This is Talkin